Hey guys, it is Wednesday, October 26th, and this is the lesson for today for Foundations of Algebra, second block and third block from Miss Massey. You're going to get this sheet and you should put it on page 105. If you guys need to pause and play again to stop and keep up with me, that's fine. But I'm going to get started with the lesson so I can get finished. Alright, so today we're going to do word problems that have consecutive numbers and consecutive even and odd numbers. We're still going to use cubes to break down the word problem. Alright, so let's talk about consecutive numbers. Consecutive numbers are things like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if I want to get to the next consecutive number, I'm just going to add 1. Okay, consecutive even and odd numbers, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, or 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, so to get to the next even or the next odd, I'm going to add 2. Okay, so we're going to solve these, and then we're going to go back and plug in our answers to make sure they're right. So we're going to start off with some examples. All right, the sum of two consecutive numbers is 21. What are the two integers? Okay, remember we're going to box our things that circle our numbers, box our words that mean something. We're looking for two integers here. Okay, the sum. So now I'm going to be adding something. It says the sum of 2. So I'm adding two things is 21. So the sum of two consecutive numbers is 21. That means numbers that are right next to each other. So let's say the first number is x. We don't know what it is. Okay, it could be 5. So how would you get from 5 to the next number, which is 6? You would just take that number and add 1. Okay, so x plus 1 equals 21. Those are two consecutive numbers. All right, I want you to turn to page 104, or not turn to it, but over next beside it, 104, we're going to write these down and we're going to solve them. Okay, so this is from example A. So you guys know that to solve these, x plus x turns into 2x. And then I'm going to keep solving by subtracting 1. Solving by dividing, and I get x equals 10. Okay, so it wants to know, so the question was, what are the two integers? Okay, so remember, if the first one is x, then what is my next number? X plus 1, which is 10 plus 1, which is 11. So 10 and 11 are consecutive numbers. When you add 10 to 11, do you get 21? Yes. All right, so let's go back. I'm going to do B. The sum of three consecutive odd integers is negative 39. What are the integers? Okay, so we got sum again. You're going to see sum most of the time. Excuse me, I should have boxed that. 3 consecutive odd. We got to be careful there. Is 39. Okay, so here's what we got. The sum of three things is 39. So one thing plus the second thing plus the third thing is negative 39. So they want me to add three numbers and get 39, negative 39. Okay, but they want them to be odd numbers. All right, so we don't know the first one. Okay, it's always going to be x. We don't know what the first one is. The thing is figuring out how you get to the next one. Okay, if we want odd numbers, if let's say we have 5, the next odd number is 7. How did you get from 5 to 7? You added what? 2. Okay, and then if you wanted to get to the next odd number, so 5 plus 2 is 7. And 5 plus 4 would be 9. So 5, 7, 9. So to get to the next one, you would add 4 to the original number. Okay, so think about it like this. This is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 4 is 9. Those are 3 consecutive odd numbers, 5, 7, 9. Okay, those are not our answers, but that's what I'm trying to get to. Okay, take this one over to page 104. We're going to copy it down and solve this one. Okay, so x plus x plus x is 3x's. 2 plus 4 is 6 equals negative 39. All right, I'm going to keep solving. 3x equals negative 45. Divide by 3. Sorry, it got off. So my x is equal to negative 15. Okay, now the thing about these problems is you're not finished once you find one of them. Because if the x is negative 15, how do I find the next number? Because I got to give them 3 numbers for an answer. So what's negative 15 plus 2? That means the next number is negative 13. And then what's negative 15 plus 4? That's negative 11. So here's what they say. If I took negative 15, negative 13, and negative 11, that's 3 consecutive odd integers, and I added them together, would it give me negative 39? Yes. All right, let's go back to C. The sum, I think you've picked up now that these are all going to be sum, 3 consecutive even, less than 84. Okay, so once again, we're adding 3 things together. 1, 2, 3. And this time it's less than a number. All right, so let's figure out how we get the 3 consecutive even integers. Okay, remember, the first one's always x because we don't know what it is. Okay, and let's just say it's 2 because we're looking at evens. Okay, how would you get to the next even number? You'd add 2 because 2 plus 2 is 4. How would you get to the next one? Add 4 because 2 plus 4 is 6. 2, 4, 6. Okay, so I hope you're seeing the pattern because the odd and the evens you add 2 every time. The consecutive ones you just add 1. All right, let's go solve this one. These are not the answers. I was just trying to show you the pattern. All right, so here we are. X plus 2 plus x plus 4 is less than 84. All right, x plus x is 3x. Plus 2 plus 4 is 6. Looks familiar. Keep solving. What is that? 78. Negative x is less than 26. Okay, so we got to be real careful about how we answer this one. All right, this says my first one, x, has to be less than 26. And it also has to be an even. So it can't be 26 because it's not equal to it. It has to be less than 26. So that means x has to be 24. Because that's the even number that's less than 26. So if x is 24, the next one would be x plus 2, which is 26. And the next one would be x plus 4, which is 28. So if you add 24 plus 26 plus 28 all together, would you add them up? Would it still be less than 84? Yes. All right, last one. The sum of 4 consecutive numbers is less than 506. What are the largest integers? Okay, we're summing. I guess y'all figured out that's the pattern here. This time 4 things we're adding together. They're just consecutive, less than 506. So 1, 2, 3, 4 things are less than 506. I'm adding 4 things that are less than 506. Okay, 4 consecutive numbers. Now this time they're not talking about even or odd. So I don't know the first one. But if I just want the next number after this one, I just add 1. If I want the next number after that one, I just add 2. The next number after that one, I just add 3. So now we're going to go solve this one. So first, second, third, fourth is less than 506. So x plus x plus x plus x is 4x. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6 is less than 506. Okay, I just combine like terms, so I'm going to solve. 4x is less than 500. Divide by 4. X is less than 125. Okay, so be careful. They say x has to be less than 125. It doesn't have to be odd. It doesn't have to be even. But it can't be equal to 125. It's got to be less than that. So my first number would be 124 because it has to be less than 125. So the second one would be what? 125. The next one would be 126. And the next one would be 127. So I bet if you add 124, 125, 126, and 127, it's less than 506. All right, your homework looks like this, or it's your classwork. It looks like this. It's got problems on the front and the back. You need to work on it right now, and what you don't finish in class, you're going to finish for homework. Have a good day.